You guys, welcome to So Bad It's Good. This is a Vanderpump edition because we have like 7 Vanderpump stories all in a row. And I figured, why not just put it in the show on YouTube? Maritza makes these amazing graphics, and this is usually a lot of fun to do. And it's kind of like free therapy for me. But I'm just gonna put it all in just one section right here. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you slam that like, subscribe button. Let us know in the comments all of that crazy things that YouTubers say. But today was a huge day for Vanderpump Rules. I was kind of hoping that we might have gotten a chill week in terms of Vanderpump, and they hit us Monday morning with reunion looks. Season 10, the reunion looks. And we finally got our look at what everybody was describing as Ariana's revenge dress. Andy Cohen had went on record during the reunion taping that this is the look that potentially was going to have him cross over from gay to heterosexuality. And after seeing her look, I think Andy potentially is going to be straight after this, because this is just a really beautiful, hot, I hate to say sexy because it makes me sound creepy, but she looks really amazing. We're going to go through the reunion looks. Maritza, if you could put that first one on screens. And by the way, I just want to let you guys know, I have no basis in fashion at all. I shop at Old Navy. So I'm going to try to describe this as best I can. So this is like, I always thought revenge dress was like black dresses, kind of like Princess Diana. She had that amazing revenge dress. That's the prime example I've always seen. But Ariana flips it on its head. This is red, you guys. And listen, for there's a couple like Band-Aid strips. One covers her boobs, her breasts, this is, and then one is like right at the belly. You can see a hint of belly. So if I was wearing this, it'd be weird for so many reasons, but you'd be seeing a lot more belly. And then she has these 2 full-length sleeves, and then it's a beautiful long flowing dress in the bottom. It looks like she's wearing like 9 rings, kind of like Lenny Kravitz or Johnny Depp does, but it looks way better on her. Beautiful blonde hair. And remember, Jared Lipscomb was on the podcast last week and told us that she got Chrissy Teigen's glam artist to do Ariana Madix's glam. So the whole look is popping. Now, here's some of the discourse that we're seeing online about this today, is that across the board, amazing. The only concern people seem to have, and they're all personalizing it, they're like, well, I just couldn't sit like that. If I sat down like that, it would just be muffin mania. I mean, like I couldn't pull this off. So a lot of women seemed especially worried how she was going to sit and focus on destroying Tom Sandoval with her words if she was also having to keep this whole look together. But Ariana, I think, is multi-talented and can pull this off. And I don't think she would have done this if she wasn't comfortable in this. But this is also the thing, and I guess this is a question more for women, but you men feel free to chime in here too, is the revenge dress is weird, or just the title of the revenge dress, because the revenge dress implies you are getting revenge on the people that did you wrong. Now, the revenge is you look amazing and they look like a bunch of trash bags. But the other thing is like revenge, like I'm from everything I'm hearing, Ariana does not want to see Tom Sandoval, hear from Tom Sandoval, and either same with Raquel, Rachel, and all that. She has fully moved on. When you do something this hideous, it kind of helps break something. Where like sometimes you'll date somebody and it kind of will continue. You might break up, get back together, break up, get back together, because nothing insane like this has happened. But when you do something this insane, I feel like it kind of breaks it breaks your brain, and you're like, you know what? I'm good. I'm forcibly not going to be around you for potentially the rest of my life. She told the cast members, I talked about this on Monday, that you cannot see me if you hang out with Tom Sandoval or Raquel. And that wasn't a threat. She goes, by all means, do it. Just know that for my own peace of mind and health, I can't do it. So this dress looks amazing. It really, really does look beautiful. And this is exactly what we wanted. I'm shocked that they released it this early, but they're really trying to keep this momentum going, which is totally understandable, but I'm shocked. We usually don't see it this early. I forgot there's a whole other cast in Vanderpump Rules. I was like, it's the Ariana show, and you're forgetting that there's like a huge cast, but they all had looks as well. Now, Lala here, spending some of her send it to Daryl merch money, has what this looks like a latex kind of rubber dress, like a cheetah. It's like very Georgia the Jungle. If Georgia the Jungle was a woman, and it's like long flowing. You see one leg just popped out there, and it looks like a triangle has been cut out of some of the material. So you see just as the Daily Mail would say about Kim Kardashian, a hint of ab, a hint. She looks gorgeous. The makeup's all done right. Very cheetah-like. A little bit of a mob boss thrown in there potentially. And then Scheana, she looks very tan in this. I don't know if I'm wrong. Very tan. I don't know. It is interesting to see the evolution of Scheana, and someday we should do a Scheana evolution in terms of reunion looks. But she just looks like a beautiful woman, dare I say. The only thing that my eyes are seeing, it's like the dress. What do you call the dress when it doesn't? It hits right below the boobies, or no, right above the boobies. There's no straps. It's a strap. That's it. Strapless. Guys, I don't know what I'm talking. It's strapless. It seems like you can see like some tan lines from a bikini potentially, like they didn't properly tan a certain area. That's the only thing I noticed, but just overall beautiful. Now we get to these other guys, DJ James Kennedy, guys night. Oh, you're a fat fuck. DJ James Kennedy is going to say at least 1,000 really bad things at the reunion that will potentially get him canceled, but we will still like him more than we will Sandoval this season. Very basic, actually. I feel that I'm weirdly disappointed in this. It's just like a chocolate brown tux jacket, black t-shirt. He's got some nice black loafers with like a gold kind of little gold jewelry on top of it, but nothing special here. I think that's all going to come from his words. But yeah, then poor Lisa. Lisa's like, hey, remember me? This is my show. Remember me? I own a restaurant. Now she is wearing something that is similar to Giselle's outfit from Real Housewives of Potomac, that reunion, but Giselle was in blue, but it has all of these, fake diamond kind of accoutrement, like at the elbow, underneath the elbow, in the wrist, and then she's matching those with silver or diamond kind of earrings that like hang down. This doesn't do it. It's kind of a cross between X-Men and Zara. Not a lot happening for me there, and in fact, I'm just like I'm like, Lisa looks great, but I just hope Lisa, it just makes me also think like, Lisa, this isn't your show. Remember to let everybody do the talking, and Andy, and then we have Allie. Now, Allie, her first reunion, Allie's getting a little bit of a flack this week because they found out she did a 2017 reality show called The Valley for the CW. I don't think that I think it's a mere coincidence. You're going to throw a rock in Los Angeles, you're going to hit somebody that's done a past reality series at this point. But she looks great. I just want to imagine DJ James Kennedy is like, you look good. Sorry. You look gorgeous. You're very beautiful. I love you. You're the love of my life. Can I pet your hair and clavicle? She looks cute. A lot of people are saying, why wasn't Charlie Burnett there? And why was Allie there? I don't care. I mean, I wish Charlie was there so bad, but Allie looks great. I'm sure Allie will be there to calm DJ James Kennedy down, because it seems like he was about to like literally bust a forehead vein open when he first found out about this. I am curious. I hope Andy asked the question of Allie, why is DJ James Kennedy so pressed after all this time? He seems like he still potentially has a pining for Raquel in some sense, or he's just livid that somebody got something over him in some way. I'm very curious to hear the conversation there. Now, then we go to, Mr. JG Wentworth himself, Mr. I'm going to sell you term life insurance on Fox News, Tom Sandoval. He's like, have you or anyone you know taken a spill lately? Our loved ones aren't here forever, and that's why you need Fidelity Insurance. He looks like he's about to host like Unsolved Mysteries, like there's something so, it's like, David Bowie meets Yellowstone. He has a Gucci belt on, you guys, black pants, black shoes, and it's just, the mustache looks creepy. He's got the white nails kicking. And I have to tell you, a month ago, I would have probably thought this was the coolest look ever. And that's why it goes to show you what we feel about people plays a huge part in how we view them entirely. Like I think he looks like a cartoon villain now. I was like, why not go for a handlebar mustache? Why are we just going with the simple mustache? And he's still trying to give the camera like a blue steel. Like what? I don't even know. Like he's just like, no, get just one more. I just want to get. Am I? Is the look getting? I'm looking right into the lens. By the way, do you remember when Jessica Simpson's dad took a photo shoot with him during an episode of Vanderpump Rules? I'll always remember that. But yeah, Tom looks just like a villain here. Just like a villain. Now, Raquel's interesting because she didn't get an actual set photo. Like all of these other photos I'm describing to you are planned, purposely for this kind of use. Raquel, we only get to see her seated in the chair at the reunion. It looks like her mind is completely blank. I have no clue where I am, Tom. She's wearing this kind of like turquoise green. I mean, it's a blue, pretty off the shoulder thing. She looks good. She really, I will say this for Raquel Rachel is that she really knows how to clean up because I'm not trying to be some of those paparazzi things where she looks like ET, and just really very emo and she looks completely different. So I'm going to be nice and say she looks good. I was reading some articles where people were comparing this dress to a dress Ariana wore, I believe, last year at the reunion. And then I think Lala said that she stole a look from her as well. Who knows? But I wonder why Raquel didn't get the official cast photo at the reunion. One of my theories is there was so much keeping Scheana and Raquel away because of the restraining order or the TRO, the temporary restraining order, that it might have made this difficult. Like they might have taken these photos when it was Sheena's turn and Raquel was already off site. That's just a quick guess. And then you have Schwartz. Schwartz is like, oh, man. Oh, I remember to wear underwear today. Yeah. Oh, I got deodorant on just one of my pits. Oh, man. That's crazy. Anyways, please don't ask me about my live-in girlfriend. Thanks, Andy. The shirt is I believe you can see like literal stains on the shirt. It's one of those things where I would have done the same thing where I would have just been like, oh, fuck, reunion day, and just been grabbing through the hamper. It really, there's nothing, there's nothing here. He's wearing white tennis shoes. I believe those are white Vans. Gray shirt, blue shirt. He's got the glasses. And also I'm just like, he's the only one that's like super smiley. Like, what are you smiling about, man? Like, what is it? What part of this are you enjoying? Then is that it for the cast? Who else do we have? Do we have anybody else? Okay, so that's it for the cast. I hope, let me know what you guys thought. I thought everybody looked great. I guess the only people that we don't got eyes on Peter. Did Peter not make it to the reunion? Like, I would love to know how he styled his little pony, his ponytail, but who knows? So we also got confirmation moving on. Andy Cohen on his Andy radio show confirmed this, and So Bad It's Good talked about this the day after that Friday of the reunion. I had gotten told that Andy Cohen, and now he did confirm that he did a one-on-one with Ariana, Sandoval, and Raquel Rachel. Now, there was a Demois rumor the day of saying that Andy was doing a sit down with Ariana and Sandoval together. Now, I was tipped off early in the day that was not true. They were done separately, but also now we know that he spoke with Raquel as well. And I just wonder how each one of these are going to go. Because Andy's going to play the sympathetic, like Ariana, my heart goes out to you. He's going to do this with Tom of like, Tom, what are you thinking? I've known you for over 10 years now. What are you thinking? You had such a problem with Jax, and now here you are Jax. And with Raquel, he's just going to be like, yeah, we have chips over there. If you're hungry, like, just feel free to snack. Like, I mean, like, I don't even know what he's going to ask that. So we will get one-on-one with all three of those cast members, which will be included in the reunion. Now, next story that we're doing, and this is great. I mean, this is not great. It's like where you see like, oh, damn, they're like really together because Tom Sandoval escorts Raquel Rachel to the airport amidst all this drama, all this hoopla. I love that Sandoval's already trying to go for like boyfriend of the year after he fully cheated on a 9-year relationship. He's like, yeah, man, I'll take you to the airport, whatever you need. Like, literally, part of being in the relationship is trying to get out of taking your loved ones to the airport. And this guy, they're so brand new. He's like, yeah, anywhere you want to go to LAX? I'm happy to drive you. I'm happy. We see him carrying her huge, gigantic luggage piece. I will say it's weird the way they're dressed in the photo that I'm looking at, you guys. Tom's in one of his, it's sweater weather, I guess, in Los Angeles. But Raquel, she's dressed like me when I was in like shopping at like Banana Republic, and I would get like a nice button up and a white t-shirt and then black jeans. Her jeans look like it's like way above her belly button though. The look is fascinating. And I just wonder, you see Tom Sandoval behind her, helping her with some of her luggage. And I just wonder what he's thinking of, like, is this, I threw it all the way for this. Like, I wonder if he's like super psyched. But I will say, I mean, it's always a good sign if somebody will take you to the airport. I do have word though, she continues to go over to Sandoval and Ariana's shared house, which is pretty gross, even though she has her own place. So it is very good that Raquel, Rachel, Rocky is going out of town. Sandoval will be staying here. He was also pictured coming back from the airport. And just so you know, the people that keep saying these are like fake and staged and stuff, outside of Ariana and Tom's house, there is somebody camped out now there 24 hours a day. They take pictures of everything. They take pictures of just strangers walking in. They just want to get it all. So we got the photos of him coming back with his like little gray headphones on. And I was just wondering, what do you listen to when you're Tom Sandoval? Are you listening to like Wham? Are you listening to like emo music? What is it? Panic at the Disco? What? I mean, you're not listening to DJ James Kennedy. There's no way. But I wonder, the state of mind, every insider that I talk to says he still doesn't really, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get why this is so shocking to people. But I think he'll get it pretty soon. And then the next story we have, this is great. Scheana, Maritza and Sandra told me that Shenanigans is what I call Shenanigans, Scheana Shay's podcast, is killing it lately. This is where I said this on Monday's show. This is where Scheana really kind of steps up and thrives, because Scheana's always Scheana. And this is where, when you give Scheana some good information and a good personal story where she can now tell mixed with a little bit of anger, that's where I think Shenanigans just blows off the roofs. Because she had with Lala, and they talked about that Raquel Leviss. So I knew this a while back when I did Shenanigans, that Raquel was staying at Scheana's apartment while Brock and Summer Moon and Scheana were in San Diego and Marina Del Rey. And she was, out of the kindness of her heart, letting her stay there. And I thought that was really kind of her. But then it turns out, according to Scheana, this Rachel is humping all over the place, humping on the counters, humping not just in the guest bedroom. She's doing the Humpty Hump in Scheana's bedroom, and she supposedly didn't change the sheets. Now, listen, what is it? Wait, and then I was like, wait, are you supposed to change the sheet? Like, how often do you need to change? Is that, I'm with Raquel on this one. I don't, like who, I don't, this is how I was like, well, where else? I didn't realize she had a guest room there where Raquel could have done the Humpty Hump. And Scheana pointed this out, or that the kitchen counter that she did her business on, that's where Summer Moon feeds. That's where she eats. That's where she gets her sustenance. And you can't have a baby being around that kind of like whatever, those kind of the oozing. You just never know. You never know. You get just a stray whatever flies out. You just never know. You want Summer Moon playing with toys and things like that. You don't want Summer Moon playing with any sexy things. You know what I'm saying? I think it's an obvious thing, but Scheana is livid now, and you do not mess with If Scheana is nice to you, you can't. If she's nice to you and you make a fool of her, you are her enemy for life. But I also like the thought of Brock. Not Shay, of Brock coming in. He's like, this smells like sex. Somebody's been fucking in here. It smells gross. It smells gross everywhere. I'm making some cereal and there's sticky stuff everywhere. You don't think Raquel's boning in here, do you? By the way, I know he's not Irish, but in my head, he's Irish. That's fine. So anyways, Raquel, bad form. Just bad form. Like if you're a guest somewhere where you're staying for like mainly free, don't bang on or like cover it up. It makes me think of they were able to cover up this like 8 month affair, but she couldn't cover up that she was banging. And then the second thing is, and I don't think this is true at all, then you're like, she would have never brought Sandoval back there, right? At that point, I think she had her studio apartment. But like, I think Sandoval's even. I do want to like get those tapes though, because I bet it's like an apartment building that has tapes at the door, or video at the door. I would love to just subpoena all of that information. So, um, there is a rumor, you guys. I was just brought up to me that Sandoval smells like BO. I've heard this rumor a bunch of. This isn't a news story. It's just a little bit of tea. He always wears those tank tops, so there's a high chance that somebody would smell when they're wearing a tank. I don't know. I just always associate smell like that. But no, I've been around Tom a bunch of times. Granted, I did have COVID that really ruined my smell. So he might smell like a demon. I have no clue. He always smelled fine to me. And when I was at Coachella, we were all sweating. I was more worried about my stank than his. But I did watch a lot of TikToks recently that did say he stinks. I don't know if he stinks, but his attitude stinks. How he treats Ariana stinks. Now, this is an interesting story moving on. You saw recently Oliver Saunders, who is Garcelle Bouvet's son, who's popped up in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and he most recently popped up a couple episodes ago at the Vegas episode of Vanderpump Rules because he now is a waiter at Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant, one of them in Vegas, and he ended up like Lala was like, yeah, like little Lala was like, yeah, I want Oliver. She was all hopped up on Oliver, like that's my type, that's my type. That's my type. And then Raquel was the one that ended up kissing him. And then the next episode, Raquel was like, you're just mad that I got him. He wanted me. So Oliver shared in an interview, a podcast interview about Raquel saying like, hey, what do you think about Raquel in this situation? And he said, it rubs me the wrong way how many people I feel like are so quick to judge or say negative things about somebody without really genuinely knowing the person. Oliver, a lot of us do know this person. Are we allowed to be like quick to judge or say negative things? That's the other thing. And Oliver, I always love men that potentially shouldn't be speaking, trying to get their 15 minutes right now. When I was thinking about this earlier, because Garcelle Bouvet is famous for her husband, Mike Nyland, her ex-husband, Mike Nyland, was a huge agent in Hollywood who she has the two sons with. And he did there was a huge cheating scandal where Garcelle found out and emailed his entire database saying what a cheater he was, kind of just blasting the whole thing out. But then move on to Oliver. And if you paid attention to his story at all, and you saw it on Beverly Hills, he was married, had children. He battled his drug addiction, and it seemed like he was in a really good place. But then it popped up that he was saying that he was single, but he wasn't. And he was cheating with multiple people, multiple guests at Vanderpump restaurant in Vegas. And I always just think it's funny of like, yeah, of course you're like, hey, don't be too quick to judge because you are potentially the same kind of person. And I think it's just wild. It's just so funny. We all want attention so badly and I think this kind of is the thesis of Vanderpump Rules. We all want attention so badly that we don't stop to think that we're going to look horrible because we've made horrible decisions. We just want the attention. We don't care if it's good or bad anymore, but it's another person that I'm like, Oliver, you might want to take several seats. I'm glad that you might want to reach out to Raquel yourself and wish her luck. But I just think it's such a weird person to get that from, and especially with his history right now, which I'm very curious to see how that's handled on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this upcoming season. Okay, what else do we have? Now, this is Ariana Maddox plans on keeping her dog Maya Moon, she shared with Tom. Now, this is great. Listen, I would not trust. Remember the episode where Charlotte, her other dog, was like really ill? And he was like, I don't know. I don't want to get the medicine. Maya, the other dog, can you get the medicine? And it was one of those things that Ariana went to Vegas and had to come home because her dog had another seizure and they had to put her down. And I was like, did Tom not go get the medicine? And now, like with the cheat, I was like, he was too busy trying to cheat and do all of these things that he just didn't get the medicine. And I'm glad. This is an obvious choice. I will say this on a personal note, though, is that my ex-wife has our dog the majority of the time. I was just able to be like 10 days with her, which was amazing. But I will say that is completely for the best. Like my ex is like the best dog mom ever. I mean, I don't know if that's just a, I mean, women seem to be able to really take care of humans and animals way better than dudes can, or at least I can. But I'll be curious if there's any shared custody, because you remember this season with Katie and Schwartz, they have shared custody of their two dogs. And it's a really tough thing if you're trying to share that custody. Me and my ex have it worked out now, but the primary caregiver is my ex, and she's so amazing at it. So I'm so glad at this. But the other thing is, I want to saddle Tom Sandoval with responsibility. Obviously, not a breathing human or animal life, but I want it. Like, I'm like, why does he get no responsibility? And Ariana loves her dog dearly, but like, I want Ariana to be able to go out and party her balls off if she wants to, and not have to rush home. That's just me, though. Okay, and then this is a cute little. We have Gwyneth Paltrow and Tom Schwartz together. Great photo made by Maritza Lopez, and Tom Schwartz, trying to be a funny guy, having a funny time, shares a Gwyneth Paltrow trial meme that shaded his friendship with Tom Sandoval. It didn't super shade his friendship with Tom Sandoval, but it also pointed out that Gwyneth Paltrow, one of the lawyers working on that case, kind of looked like a cross between Clark Kent and a little bit like Schwartz, except that Schwartz, it kind of, it's like immediately knew it wasn't him because he had like a full-time job as a lawyer that you knew he like had to work really hard to get. So I knew it was not Schwartz, but he's being funny. I was looking though, he posted a photo set with his mom over the weekend, and it got tons of likes. Like this, every time, you think like these guys are really bad guys, it doesn't seem to matter to the overall thing. Like Sandoval's going to be fine in the long run. Schwartz is already fine. Schwartz has dodged so many bullets. He usually fails upwards. And because he's just pleasant, like he might do horrible things, but he's a pleasant person. And most people aren't pleasant people. So I think he gets the benefit of that. And this is the benefit of maleness right here is Tom Schwartz. Okay. What else was that it? Okay. I do want to say a couple more things though. This was a story Demois posted. Somebody had asked her, I read VPR starts filming season 11 soon. And I had told you on the podcast on Monday or Friday that I was hearing cameras are back up in May. So I don't know if that's what they mean by soon. They're definitely that's already in the works, even though the official pickup hasn't been announced, but it's a no-brainer. I think they're still working on everything, and it's good to let a little time, I guess, pass, even though I was like wanting it on the heels, but you got to let people see where the cards fall and see who's willing to film with who. But anyways, in this post, Demois says, the plan right now is for 15 episodes this season, which is one added episode from what they had planned, and then 2 episodes for the reunion. So that would be 17 total. The reunion will allegedly air on May 24th and May 31st. Now, I was talking about this over the last week because I was so confused. Like, I thought they had an 18 episode order. Then I heard it was a 10 episode order. And now I'm hearing from this that it was a 14 episode order with 1 added from the last couple of weeks. But then also I've heard rumors that there's going to be 2 added. And then with the reunion, I did hear that it was so intense with just Tom and Ariana that they didn't get to hit all of these other stories. So potentially that 2 episode reunion is what it's going to be. Which is fine by me. I'd rather hit it with everything that you have for those 2 episodes. But we also got another announcement today from Andy Cohen saying that Peacock, which is NBC Universal's streaming service, which I've been shouting out for the longest time because I just think it's a great streaming service. You can watch every episode of Vanderpump Rules on there right now, everything Housewives. They have Ultimate Girls Trip, Below Deck. I mean, they just really have all the good stuff over there. Well, Andy, this is just so smart, is that they announced today that there is going to be bonus features to watch Vanderpump Rules, the reunion, over on Peacock. They're going to give you material that you will not see on Bravo. And this is such a smart business move because they've been wanting to get this streaming service just stronger and stronger and stronger. And this is how you're going to do it. The only thing I want to know is how you're going to keep this excitement going for the next 2 months. But I will say, over the weekend, if you listen to the show on Monday, I was kind of like, man, I am on the tail end of this thing. But then you see a beautiful reunion photo with Ariana and you get excited all over again. So I wanted to do this little update with as much Vanderpump information packed into it as possible. And I think we did it. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Let me know any stories that we didn't hit. Remember, this is a podcast as well where you get to, by the way, the podcast that's airing with this today, we got Sam Freier, the new cast member from Summer House, where she drops a huge announcement where she is currently dating Corey from Winter House. Corey from Winter House. And she talks all about their relationship. That blew me away. Corey's like Craig's BFF. So go check out the podcast too. But anyways, thank you guys so much. And please like and subscribe.